Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to create this look. Okay, ignore those pimples on my face. I don't know what's going on right there, but okay. So we are going to first go in with the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Ebony, and I have my angled brush, probably from Walmart. I'm too cheap to buy expensive brushes. So what I like to do first is I like to draw the top line and then draw the bottom line. Really, you can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to fill in the look that I want my brow to have, the arch. This one's a lot easier than the other one because it has a shape. The other does not really. Y'all are going to see that in a minute. But you're just going to do the same thing on this side as you did on the other side. Your eyebrows are cousins, not sisters, not twins, y'all. So don't be upset if they don't look exactly the same. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my brush and I'm going to hit it in the paper towel so I can get a really, really sharp line in the front. You don't have to do your brows this way. This is just the way that I like to do mine. And I was not going for a very perfect look for this look because the eyes are going to be bold. So you just give little strokes in the beginning of the brow, barely pressing in the front, barely pressing. Okay, get the top line. Okay, now we are going to go in with the brush and kind of smooth that out a little bit. Smooth, smooth, smooth. We have the LA Girls Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey, and I'm going to use that to clean up my brows. You can find this at the hair store, girl. I do not spend a whole bunch of money on concealer because the cheap ones do exactly the same as the expensive ones do. So you get your brush. I use a flat brush for this part, and you just outline the bottom, clean up any bumps, any lumps, any humps. Get on in there. Blend that out. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just like that. Okay, and we are getting into the very detailed details. Okay. So right now, I'm personally just gonna try not to make the end of my eyebrows look like a rat tail comb, but that's just my preference. But we're gonna go on this side and we're just gonna clean up the bottom of that. It's easier sometimes if you just turn the brush on its side instead of having it angled like I did on the other eyebrow. Also, if you notice, my hand does have a trimmer, so don't judge me if I make a mistake because I probably will. This one is obviously my favorite eyebrow, as y'all can see. I don't know about y'all, but when eyebrows start to come together, it's a whole mood booster for me. Yes, ma'am, those brows are clean. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna go in with the top, and this is really the hardest part for me. Only for the simple fact that it only takes one clench. It takes one spasm, and your whole brow is just out the window. It's in the trash. But yes, ma'am, you should see the lines start to get longer at the end of the eyebrow, and that's okay. But what I am going to do in a moment is just go back in and clean that up because I don't want my eyebrows touching my ears, and that's just me. But if you do, that's your business. Go ahead and do what you want, sis. So I'm doing exactly what I just told you guys about, and as you clean it up, it will get longer, so you just have to keep going back and forth. I got it to the perfect length for myself. Okay, and then we're just going to go back in with the concealer. And this is also going to be where I do my highlight, my concealer highlight. So I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. Going to blend downwards so my nose contour will be a little bit easier. And then go in with the other side and do the exact same thing. So if you look really closely, I have hairs that stick out at the top of my eyebrows, and I usually like to go in and cut those hairs off with scissors. Yes, you heard me, scissors, because I am ghetto. I use scissors and I could not find any for this, so we're just going to ignore them. Okay, and you're just going to keep on blending. That eyebrow would not cooperate, so whatever. That's going to happen, and you cannot let that eyebrow get you down, sister. No, you do not. You just keep on going. Keep on going. So what I'm about to do is get the excess concealer off with the paper towel, and what this would do is just make your eyebrows look so much more clean. You don't have that wet look to them. Then you go back in and you blend those eagle wings out, sister, because if you don't, people will laugh at you. So please do this. So we go in with like a little eyeshadow brush, and I just smooth that out, and then I take some from the inside of them and just kind of blend it towards the middle. And just kind of make it a back and forth thing, back and forth, until you have no more eagle wings, no more caterpillar eyebrows. Now you want to take a damp beauty blender, and you're just going to blend your excess concealer from around your eyebrows. And remember, this is going to be the base for your concealer highlight, so you want to get that nice and smooth. And then blend out any extra lumps, clumps, or humps in your eyebrow in the front. Then it makes them a little messy, so go back in with your egg and just press that out. I have already done one eye off camera, so you guys could kind of have a reference point for what we're going to be doing. And you're going to take the shade Mystic from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collaboration. And you're going to use this as your transition shade for the very top, the part that peaks right off the top. Okay, you're going to blend that out as much as you can. We are now going to go into the James Charles Morphe palette and take this dark purple, and you're going to put that right on the top of your lid, and you're going to make sure that you make the shape that you want your cut crease to have. Okay, in this part, you don't actually have to blend that much. I never blend that much when I'm doing bold looks because I like how the colors look when you don't blend. I just like how it all fits together. But you do want to kind of take away a little bit of the sharpness, but just don't blend it in too much. So I'm now going to go in the Too Faced Best Year Ever 2018 palette, and I'm going to use the shade Santa's Helper for this next part. And you're just going to sit this right on the top of your lid. You can use as little or as much as you like. I just go in and I dip my brush in there a few times, and then I just tap it, and then I blend it. Tap, then blend. Okay, and this just makes it a little bit more pigmented. And then I'm going to go back into the Morphe, the James Charles palette, and put a little bit more of that dark purple and kind of get it real rusty looking, real dusty. But I promise y'all it's going to come together. It will. I promise. I'm not going to have y'all out here looking like a clown. Just hold tight. Okay, and then we're going to now take a makeup wipe and just blend out the edges. Then we go back into the James Charles palette and add a black to make that dark purple a little bit more deep. And it almost looks like a purple from far away after you do your crease. Okay, then you're going to just blend a little bit. Again, this is what I do. This is what works best for me. And what works best for me may not work as best for you. It really depends on your eye shape. Okay, and now we're going to cut the crease. I am using the LA Girls Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey again with the flat angled brush. This is not the kind of brush that I like to have to cut the crease, and it actually makes it a lot harder than it needs to be. So I would recommend going in with kind of an oval shaped brush to do this part. I did want to give the illusion that my eyes were a little bit bigger because they do get kind of small, especially when I smile. So that's why you see me going a little over where my actual crease is. Okay, and you're just going to fill this in, fill it out, And excuse me for getting up close and personal, but I wanted to give y'all the best view that you could. And so you're just going to do that. And you see how the blending doesn't really matter at this point, especially once you put those lashes on. So the camera did go out, so I had to put the white liner on top. And it does look a little wiggly. And again, that's because of the trimmer. So just do the best you can if that happens to you. And we put a black on top of that to just kind of make it pop a little bit more. And then we're going to blend it out just a little bit into the purple. Okay, you're looking good, honey. Yes, yes. And again, if you're a ghetto like me, you're going to use eyelash glue to put your glitter on. Okay, and the glue is by Kiss. And then the purple glitter is, it was really cheap. It was from the hair store, but I don't know the brand of it. Okay, you're just going to line your eye and get that right so you can set your glitter there. Once you have glue on about half of your eye, you're going to get a flat brush and then dip that into the glitter and start pressing it on your eye. I do not rub on this part because I have in the past and I almost blinded myself, so please don't do that. Just tap, just tap. It'll go on nice and smooth. Okay, and be careful not to get this in your eye. So I try to keep my eye closed while I'm doing that. And then go in with a wet makeup wipe to get the excess glitter off. We are going to continue this pattern, put glue on about the other fourth of your eye. And then you're going to go back in with the glitter and you're going to press and dab, just like that. Okay, and then go back and then put some more where you think it needs to be filled in because your eyes are still a little bit tacky and it can probably take more. Once you have your eyes cleaned all up, you're going to go back in with the white eyeliner. And don't pay attention to my facial expressions. My sister probably said something very dumb. But when you're doing your liner, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's going to have some lumps and clumps and humps. But it is going to turn out okay. If it helps, get a brush and put that on there like that. But I was just trying to get this done pretty quickly. So that's why I didn't. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just felt that pain all over again. I accidentally messed it up while trying to clean the inside of my corner, and it actually doesn't even look that bad. But I'm going to go back in and fix it because that's the look that I wanted to do. Oh yes, honey, the look is starting to come together. Just like that. Okay, anyways, you're gonna go back in with the black, and y'all, I just kept messing up after this part, so just do what you can what you do. Then I used my nail to kind of clean that up a little bit more, and it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't look that bad. So we're just like, okay, whatever, we can keep it. Okay, and then this liner is the liner from Black Radiance. It is the waterproof, and I promise you guys, I washed my face like 7 times and it would not come off. So if you're going to a funeral or something, that's the liner to use. So once we finished that liner, I did go on and apply my foundation and my 25mm eyelashes from my lash line. So quite frankly, I'm tired of doing this voiceover, so I did speed this up a little bit because it was getting kind of long. Okay, and then I used the Fit Me concealer, and then I mixed that with the LA Girls concealer as well, and that's what we're going to do for my highlight, and blend. Then you get your Black Radiance powder, just do your contour, and you're looking fire. Yes, ma'am. For my nose contour, I'm going to go in with the Milani 3-in-1 Conceal Correct, or whatever it's called. And we're just going to draw out that snatched nose and just watch as my fat nose disappears into thin air. Yes, ma'am. And also, y'all, I am really ghetto again, so I just use my finger to blend it out. If you want to use a brush, that's you. Do you, sister? That's none of my business. It just works a little bit better for me if I use my finger. So we are going to go back in with that Milani and then make our contour a little bit darker, because by the end of this video, I really would like to look like Caitlyn Jenner on a Miss America photo shoot. So we're just gonna buff that out a little bit, and then I went back in with a little more of the powder because it was not what I wanted. Okay, and then let's get rid of that 7 head. Let's contour that, and I do the corners a lot more forward than I do the middle. Then back at the cheeks. Now we are going to go in with the baking powder that I use, and that is the Fit Me, and I do not know the exact name of it, and I don't know the shade, but I will put all the details below. Okay, and then you're just going to buff this out with a brush and just kind of get rid of that ghosty looking flashback that we might have. Okay. Right, now we're going to add the blush, and this is also from the beauty supply store. So guys, this is all very affordable. Now we go in with the lips, and we have the lip liner. Now we're going to put some lip gloss on top of that. That's the Ruby Kisses in the shade Clear or something like that. So now we are going to go in and do our under eye using the Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's Place. And you're just going to use that purple that you did before. And again, I will link all of the names below. I then use a white eyeliner to really make my eyes pop. And this looks good even on simple eye looks. So don't hesitate to use something semi-bold. It really won't be bold at all. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here's a video in my Fashion Nova spree dress. Curvy. Yes, ma'am. We do this out here, and that's on period. And yeah, so that is all. I really enjoyed recording this look. Thank you guys for watching.